Hello, I'm Jennifer and this is Unearthed Relics. Today I am going to be showing off my journal for Junk Journal January thus far. So it's only the 7th day, but I've been having fun since I found out about that earlier this month, kind of keeping up with the daily prompts. And I'll do a walkthrough of the journal so far, as well as show off my creation for today, which is the 7th day of Junk Journal January. I also want to give a quick teaser for the fact that if you stay tuned till the end, I'm going to be providing information on how you can sign up to win one of these really cool Valentine's Day ephemera packs. It includes both fabric and paper-based archives, relics, whatever, treasures from the past and goodies for some Valentine's Day creating. So stay tuned till the end. I'll be sharing more information on that. And thanks for coming today. Let's get down into it. So this is my Junk Journal January journal. I'd started this before the holidays. I saw a YouTube video about someone who'd made a journal. I think she did a holiday journal out of a mailer, an Amazon.com, just one of those paper mailers. And I had collaged some paper onto it that I had cut out. I've done some fussy cutting. It was an actual flower delivery package that I'd gotten from my mother-in-law, and it was just so pretty I had decided to keep it. So I had glued it down onto the mailer, and that's about as far as I had gotten. So for Junk Journal January, I went ahead and decoupaged a napkin over the top of that, so you can kind of still see the other one peeking through, and then added a wide piece of lace, and then I just did a binding with a seam in the middle, and I'll show off the whole journal before I get to crafting for today. But I just did one of those bindings where it's kind of wrapped in so you can keep tucking things in and out of it. And I've already moved some things around based on different prompts. I didn't plan ahead on that front. I just made sure that I had gotten enough pages into it so I could do it. So this is the journal, and let me show you what I've done so far. I haven't added anything to the front yet. I'm waiting for something to kind of speak to me in terms of what I'll add on this page. But I do have this front pocket here. This isn't one of the prompts, but it's where I hide my little cheat sheet for prompts. So that's super handy. This was the first one, which was resolutions. And my resolution for the new year, again, was to not buy anything new. With a few exceptions, and I had another video about that kind of explained what my plan was and why I'm doing it, but so far so good. I'm 1 week in. Day 2 was a quote. This was my spread, and I'll show you that. This was actually a New Year's card that my mom had sent me, and I thought that this was the interactive prompt and had gotten that wrong, so I had already kind of leaned into this layout and moved some things around to make it possible. Tried to keep the backgrounds kind of neutral, and did a little tuck card there to journal about my New Year's Eve. This prompt was memories, and I guess it was still a memory because at the time that I did it, New Year's Eve, it happened, and it was something that I wanted to remember. So that is my day 3 prompt. For day 4, the prompt was to do the tuck away spot, and for this one, I actually used a little envelope here, and this one's really kind of cute. Tucked a little Valentine into that one, so kind of really leaning into Valentine's a little bit for this layout, and then also tucked some other little goodies down into the pocket here, and then added some red and kind of pinkish colored stamps in the background there. I think this was something I thought was really cute. I did a little staple on tab up here, and I had made an X with the staples and decided to use one of those hole reinforcer stickers as an O. So I've got my little Valentine's nod there. The next prompt for this was day 5, and it was daily log, and so I found a old educational flashcard with a log on it. I had to look a lot. I was like, I'm sure I've got in my stash of flashcards that I've got a log somewhere, and sure enough I did. And then did a short little log on the bottom there, as well as adding on a cute little quote there from Eleanor Roosevelt. And then day 6 was memory, and now I'm getting ready to do day 7, and day 7's prompt is stitched. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, I was really excited to get to the ones with sewing, but it's always a chore to pull out my sewing machine and deal with it and everything, and find space for it and all those good things. So I had an epiphany, and for this one I thought I would use something that someone else had stitched, and I found this cute little dog that I've been kind of waiting. He was in a frame at one point, I think, probably something somebody had made for a baby. It's definitely got like a fun kind of vintage retro vibe to it, and I thought it would be kind of fun to add to my stitched prompt. So that's what I'm going to be working on now. So join me as I do that. Thanks for sticking with me till the end. As promised, I want to talk a little bit about the Valentine's Day ephemera packs that I've put together. Last month I did a drawing for a set of Christmas-based ephemera packets, and I had a lot of fun creating them, and I had a lot of fun getting to know the people who were both signing up and those who ultimately won them this last time around, and so I thought I would do it again. Let me show you a few of the things that are in there. They're each a little bit different. They're all going to have some doilies of different shapes and sizes. I've got 2 bingo cards, one that's red and white, so it's perfect for doing some creating with Valentine's Day in mind, as well as just a black on regular cardboard. I've got these cute little pockets that say "Be My Valentine" with cards of various sorts. Try to get some red colors as well as some things that had hearts in them. So those will be great for Valentine's Day crafting. Put a couple of photos in. I've got some fun lace and embellishments, a little bit of pink rickrack there as well. Great for junk journaling. Pieces, looks like, I'm assuming that's from a wedding dress, and some vintage pieces that someone had cut off. So those will be down in there. Pieces of a doily, other fun kind of fabric embellishments, other kind of trims and things like that. Various scrapbook paper that isn't vintage, but kind of does come out of the stash, and oftentimes I find these kinds of things when I go to the Goodwill outlet, so I'm happy to share my stash of awesome paper. A bunch of truly vintage paper, as well. So pieces from cookbooks, different musical books. Let's see that there. Exercise books from schooling, pieces of like home encyclopedia type of thing, and some are like labels and things like that. Just lots of fun things to stamp on or play with. Little pieces of music. Here's another really cool. I tried to stick one of these in each of the packets too. I found this recently. It's got this great part down the middle that would be great, but also I think that would make a great spine or binding for a junk journal. And some larger size music sheets, as well as some scans of vintage Valentines. These are ones from my own collection, and in addition to sending physical copies of all of these things to 3 winners that I will draw randomly on January 31st. I will also be putting those out to anyone who does sign up. So even if you don't win one of the packets, I'll give you a copy of the digital scans of those 3 Valentine sheets. So I'm looking forward to being able to send some Valentine goodness out into the world here very shortly, and hope that you will sign up. I'm going to put the information here below, as well as provide a QR code here on the next screen so that you can scan to fill out a short form, in addition to asking you to subscribe in the spirit of trying to build out my base of subscribers. Just enter some basic information and I'll reach out to you if you're one of the 3 winners on the 31st. Thank you again for joining me, and have a great day.